Hey guys, if you are taking Math Test 21 tomorrow, I wanted to do just a little bit of math review to get ready for that. So I'll just go ahead and start that. I'm going to put this here and work these on the board. So our first problem is Teresa put 47 muffins in 9 bags as equally as possible. How many bags had exactly 5 muffins? How many had 6 muffins? Okay, so she had 47 muffins and she was putting them into 9 bags. And you can't see that, can you? We'll just scoot that over. So if it just asks us how many muffins were in each, then we would say 47 divided by 9. But it then goes on to say how many bags had exactly 5 muffins. So we would divide 47 divided by 5. It fits in 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45, and subtract 2. So we have 9 remainder 2. So these are our 9 bags, okay, that we had right here. We know that if you put 5 muffins in each bag, you can make 5 bags. You can put 5 muffins in each of the bags. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could put 5 in each, which would give us 45. But then we've got 2 muffins left over. So we would have to put the leftover muffins each into a separate bag. So we can see then that we have 7 bags have exactly 5 muffins, and 2 bags have 6 muffins. So that one's a little bit kind of tricky because it's not just asking you how many muffins are in each bag. It's saying how many bags have exactly 5 muffins and how many have 6 muffins. So if you've got 47 muffins and 9 bags, if you divide it by 9, five times 9 is 45. You would have 5 muffins in each with a remainder of 2. So in every bag there would be 5, but then in 2 bags there would be an extra, and so that would be your 6. So anyway, I just wanted to work that out because on the test there is a problem kind of like that. The other thing that you would want to review is the number of days in each month. And remember, if you do your fists like this or your knuckles like this, and you do mountains and valleys, with these being the mountains, these being valleys, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. The mountains have 31 and the valleys have 30 except for February, which has 28 or 29. Okay, then you just want to be familiar with shapes. For example, and I'll just add these at the bottom. That is a triangle. And this is a 4-sided shape. You might say it's a rectangle. And you'd be right, but it's also called a quadrilateral because it's 4-sided. A square is also a special kind of rectangle. That is a quadrilateral. 5-sided pentagon, 6-sided hexagon, 8-sided is octagon. I don't think you need to know that, but I think you know. 8-sided is octagon. Also, decimals to the 100th. So let's say you have a grid and it's got 10 rows this way and 10 rows this way. If, let's say, 3 of those are colored in, it would be 3 100ths, or decimal 0.03. 0.03. Let's say there's a whole row colored plus 2, that'd be 12 tenths, or 0.12, 0.12 100ths. So, also you need to know the difference between a sum and a product. So hopefully you remember blank plus blank equals the sum, but blank times blank equals the product. So when you're adding, you add the two, add the add-ins and get the sum. Multiplication, you multiply the two numbers and get the product. Factors, that's what I'm trying to say. You multiply factors and get the product. Okay, I'm going to erase this because it took up a lot more room than I intended. And we're going to find a fraction of a number. So, for example, let's say we want to find 2/3 of 153. All right, so we have to find out what 1/3 is, and then 2 of that same number would be 2/3. So 1/3 of 53 we would divide by the 3. 3 will not fit into 1, it will fit into 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract 0, bring down your 3. 3 will fit into 3 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay, so 51 is 1/3 of 53. So think about it like this. If you have 153 divided into thirds, each one of these will be 51, because 51 times 3 gives you 153. So if it's asking us how many would 2 of those thirds be, we just add them together, or you can multiply by 2. 1 plus 1 is 2, 5 plus 5 is 10. So 102 is 2/3 of 153. We need to review area. Remember, if you want the area of something, it's what's inside. So it's the length, 1 length times 1 width. And it will be in square units. So like if it was 5 centimeters times 3 centimeters, the area would be 15 square centimeters. And then, of course, perimeter would be adding all the sides. So 2 lengths times 2 plus 2 widths. So 5 plus 5 is 10, 3 plus 3 is 6. So if we had this shape and it was 5 centimeters on this side and 3 centimeters on this side, area would be length times width, 5 times 3. Perimeter would be 5 plus 5 is 10. 3 plus 3 is 6. And you get 16 centimeters. Okay, and then I'm going to give you one last word problem having to do with meters and milliliters. Meters and millimeters, I'm sorry. Sam bought a piece of wood 1 meter long. He cut it into fourths to make a frame. How many millimeters long was each piece? So he had one long piece, that was 1 meter. But then he cut it into fourths. And so he's going to use it to make a frame. So here's one piece, here's one piece, here's one piece, and here's one piece. Which doesn't matter, as long as you know you divided it into fourths. So it said how many millimeters long was each piece? Well, this is 1 meter, and how many millimeters are in 1 meter? 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. So then we would have to divide this 1,000 into 4 parts. So we're basically finding 1/4 of 1,000. So 4 will not go into 1, it will go into 10. It'll fit 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract 2. 2 is less than 4. Bring down. 4 fits into 25 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract. Bring down. 4 will go into 0 times. 0 times 4 is 0. Subtract. So that's supposed to be a 0. So we have nothing left over, nothing left to bring down. So each of these is 250 millimeters. Okay. So you're having to divide the meter into fourths, but then you also have to know how many millimeters are in 1 meter. Okay. And then there's obviously some addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division on there. So if you're taking the test tomorrow, then this should help you prepare.